Hello, future professionals. Welcome to day 7 of our top 100 coding question analysis. Today, we have been challenged with a project to develop a calculator that performs addition, subtraction, multiplication, division, square, and cube. Also, the calculator must have memory such that it shows the result that is obtained after a series of operations performed by the user. Let's now look at the logic and structure of our program. We shall initialize a variable result that serves as a temporary memory and is also used to calculate the output. Next, we shall define separate functions to perform each of the basic operations as asked in the question. Apart from those operations, we will add two more operations, that is clear and exit operations, to make the calculator program comprehensive and to a good extent replicate an actual calculator. Next, we shall define a calculator function which acts as the headquarters for our entire program, where we get input, decide operations, and terminate the program. We have now understood the logic and structure of our program. Let's look at the decide output before we start coding. The program is asking us to enter the operation that we want to perform. Let me perform an add operation. The add operation's number is 1. So let me enter 1. It is asking me the number that I want to add. Let me enter 10. Now we get the total as 10. Now let me subtract a number. The operation number to subtract is 2. Let me subtract 5. We had a total of 10, and now that we have subtracted 5, we have a total of 5. Now let's multiply, and the operation number to multiply is 3. Let me multiply by 3. We had a total of 5. Now that we have multiplied by 3, we have a total of 15. Now let me divide. The operation number for divide is 4. Let me divide the number by 5. I get the result as 3, where when 15 is divided by 5, I get the result 3. Now let's clear the calculator. Now I want to find the square of 4. So the operation number is 5. Let me enter 5, and the number whose square I want is 4. 4's square is 16. Now let me clear this calculator. Now that I want to find the cube of 9, the operation number is 6. Let me enter 6, and I want the cube of 9. It shows me the output is 729. Now let me exit the program by entering 8. It shows that I have successfully exited from the calculator program. This is our decide output that we intend to create through our program. As we have the complete understanding of the logic, structure, and the desired output of the program, we shall start coding. We shall start by initializing a variable named result with a value 0, which will not only be used for calculations but also will act as a temporary memory for our program. Next, we shall define a function add to add a number. Here, we use the keyword global as a prefix to the variable result in order to change the value of the result variable within the function. Now let's perform the add operation, store the value in the result variable. Let's now return the result. Next, we shall copy this function and paste it to create other functions. We will now rename the function to the operation name that the function will perform. And we must also change the operator to the corresponding operation performed. Let's now define a function printResult to print the output. Here we check if the output is exit. If so, we print successfully exited. Else we print the total. Now that we have completed all the subsidiary functions, we shall now define the calculator function. Let's initialize the calculate variable to a boolean value true and declare the result variable with a global access keyword. Next, we shall print the user manual that will help the user to find the appropriate operation with its corresponding operation number. Next, we shall create a while loop that executes till the calculate variable is true. Let's get the operation number as an input from the user and store it in the operation variable. Next, we shall perform various checks. The first check is whether the given input is a numeric value or not. Else, we want the user to provide a valid operation number. If the condition satisfies, we perform the second check where we check whether the operation number is from 1 to 8. If not, we want the user to enter the operation number from 1 to 8. If the second condition satisfies, we shall now check for individual operations. If the operation is 1, we call the add function and print the result by calling the print result function. Here we have to pass an argument, that is number, which we will get it from the user. Else, if the operation is 2, then we shall call the subtract function and print the result by calling the print result function. Now, we shall copy these lines of code to check for other operations. Next, we shall change the function names to match the operation numbers. Here we have missed out a code, that is the else part of the second condition, where we checked whether the operation number is from 1 to 8. Now let's add the else part, that is, if the number is not within 1 to 8, then we want the user to enter operation number from 1 to 8. Now that we have checked for all the basic conditions, now we shall check for two additional operations, that is operation number 7 to clear the total or result. Now we shall check whether the operation number is 8. If it is 8, we terminate the program. Now that we have defined all our functions, it's time we call our calculator function. We have completed our program, but it is always good to cross-verify whether all the functions that we have defined performs the intended operation and the checks that we perform are doing what is intended. Here we check whether we have matched the operation number correctly with the function name. As there are no warning signals, now we shall run the program. But the output does not seem similar to the desired output. Let's add /n to the input that we get for the operation. Now let's run the program. Let me perform the same operations that we have performed before we had started coding. We see that the results are same to what we have entered. We have successfully completed our program. I hope you would have got the best out of this video, and I recommend you subscribing to our channel to get more such interesting videos.